Shalom, shalom, shalom. One moment, getting it all together, right? Keep it all close today. I'm gonna be all in the camera. My mug is going to be all in the camera today, but it's raining. Got to take care of my equipment. Lord willing, we just get this lesson done, get this camp, this church done, preach this prophecy. Get on, get on with life. All right, it says, all right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I do give all honor and all praises to my Lord and my Savior, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rikaha Kwadash. Next, double honors to the elder apostles and bishops of Great Millstone, from whom I've learned this 1% truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect who are scattered in the four corners of the earth, including the speckled birds. Shalom to the Akwat who are listening and learning in silence and keeping the order to the best of their ability. Brother Kapasha, Tabernacle 4443, Raleigh, North Carolina Church, coming to you with prophesying again. Another weekend to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom. America, aka Babylon the Great. That's all to it. This place is going down, and we see it going down really fast. But we're gonna go into the prophecies and let me get this first precept. Let me use my phone. I get it. Phone over there. Well, let's go to Revelation. As I always go to Revelation 19 and 10 reads. Because, the Lord has sent his servants to prophesy here, to prophesy to his people, to speak in the ears of his people. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians. This word is for you. And it's to awaken the elect of Israel now. You see? All of Israel is not going to, get this. They're going to continue on in the vein that they've always been in, which is to, do wickedly. They're not going to turn from their wicked ways. But, we as the elect men, the hopefully elect men, laboring, uh, making our bodies a sacrifice, a living sacrifice, doing this work to, working out our own salvation with fear and trembling. This work is for you, Israel. It says here, Revelation 19 and 10 reads, "And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua. Worship the most high power, for the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy." And that's what we are out here to do. We are commanded to be out here on the highways and the byways to give you this truth, Israel. Let me get that. Luke 14. Let me go 14 and 23. Luke 14 and 23 reads, let's go. Because we are commanded to be out here to bid the Lord's servants, the Lord's people. It says here, Luke 14 and 23 reads, uh, and the Lord Yahweh said unto the servant, Go out into the highways and the hedges and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. You see, we are to compel, to speak in your ears, as the Lord told us to in pursuant to what? Uh, 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 Ezra's, the 15th chapter. Let me get that real quick. Let me get Ezra's, the 15th chapter, because we are to speak in the ears of the Lord's people. And the Lord's people are, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, to give you this prophecy, to give you the warning before Jacob's trouble increase to the point where, you don't, you don't get this, when mercy is taken out, you see? All right, it reads here, uh, Second Ezra, the 15th chapter, the first verse reads, it says, "Behold, speak in the ears of my people the words of prophecy." What is prophecy? The prophecy, prophecy is to say what's going to happen before it happens. And who have been telling you about World War III, about the MOTB, um, about Jacob's trouble? You see, who has been telling you that? The head men of GMS, the elder apostles and bishops, right on down to the local counts. You see, been giving you the warning for a very long time now, but yet you continue to forbear. So what's going to happen? You see, you've been warned, Israel, all right? So, and you're still being warned. The mercy is still extended out to you. Will you not listen? All right, it says here, reading it again from the top. Second Ezra, the 15th chapter, the first verse reads, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people." Who are this? Who are to speak in the ears of the Lord's people? The prophets, the ones that you see out here on the highways and the hedges, looking somewhat ridiculous to you. The ones that's got these long garbs on and with these beards going on and things of that nature. These are the men that the Lord has sent out, starting with the head men of GMS, the elder apostles and bishops, right on down. You see? All right, it says here, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth," said Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. You see, he said he would give you pastors, teachers. You said your teachers wouldn't be, you will see thou, you will see thou teacher. Thou shalt see thou teacher. Let me get that real quick. Let me see if I can find that. My Bible. Hold on a minute. I got one hand here. All right, it reads. Let's go. Put this down for a moment. See, I need both of them. Let's go. Let's see. Let's see. Where is that at? You can see that. I think it's in Isaiah. I know it's in Isaiah. Isaiah. Let's see. Get that. 30. Get Isaiah 30. It's trouble. It's trouble. It says here. Yeah, Isaiah 30 and 20 reads. It says here, "And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity," that means trouble. That means things aren't going to go well for you, Israel. That means that you're going to go through some serious conditions. Adversity. You see, that means that things are not going to go smooth for you. You see, and things aren't going. We all have our issues. We all have our problems. Some of us are out here with health conditions. Some of us out here with financial conditions. Some of us are out here, with disruption in your families and things of that nature. You see, all kinds of situations that we are in, but nonetheless, you know, we count it all joy because we know that, the Lord's got us. We putting all our faith, our trust, our hope in, Yahweh Ba'ashem, our Shah. So therefore, we run out here on the highways and the byways consistently and continue to be focused in doing this work to the best of our ability. You see, it says here, and it reads again, Isaiah 30 and 20 reads, "And though the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem, our Shah, give you the bread of adversity," We got trouble in this captivity that we're in. We're not free. You don't have liberty. You see, we're captive. We are subject to taxes even to this day. You see, it says here, and though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction. You see, we went through that, what, transatlantic slave, Jim Crow, 70 AD, all of these things. You see, even up to now, we're still being looked down upon. We're still on the bottom. Our people are still in the ghettos. And look at the northern tribes being carted off and heaven knows where, you know, and heaven knows what's doing to them, even what's done to them, things of that nature. You see, we see it on the news. You see, brothers bringing out precepts on it, and lessons on it, and things of that nature. It says here, and though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thou teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. That's why you see us out here on the highways in the hedges doing these lessons, because we are the teachers, starting with the head men of GMS, the one that's giving you the 100% truth. And that's all to it. You see? And it says here, reading 21, reading further, it says here, and thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, this is the way, walk ye in it, when ye turn to the right hand, and when ye turn to the left. You see, it says, we out here to do this work. You see, telling you, speaking in your ears, crying aloud and sparing not. You see, let me go back to this again. Let's go back to the Apocrypha. Let's go back. So you see in your teacher, and the Lord said he would give you pastors that would speak according to his heart. Let me get that real quick. All right. See, we are commanded to be out here, as I read in Luke 14 and 23. That's why we out here. Let me read that again. See, it says here, Luke 14 and 23 reads, and the Lord said unto the servant, who is the servant? His elect men out here on the highways and the byways. You see, it says here, and the Lord said unto the servant, you see, go out into the highways and the hedges. You see, we're on street corners, we're in front of store churches, we're in front of abandoned buildings and so on and so forth. Out here prophesying in the ears of the Lord's people, giving them the warning. You see, it's important that we continue to do this. We're working out our own salvation with fear and trembling. You see, it says here, uh, and the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and the hedges and compel. He says to compel. Let me get that word compel. Let's look it up. It means, compel. Let's get it. I'm going to go to the compel, which means, let's see. Let's go. Compel. Try this right here. About to get there. Bear with me. It says compel. Let's get the transliteration of that word and the pronunciation of it. I'm gonna let you hear it for yourself. Strong's G 315 Anakadzo. And which it means to necessitate, compel, drive to, constrain, by force, threat. You see, by permission, entreaties, etc., etc. By other means. You see, it's a force. We got to speak this in the ears of the Lord's people. This word, you see, this truth, to give them the warning, to tell them about prophecy, to tell them about Jacob's trouble. You see, it's important to tell them about the economy is going to shut down. It's important that we do this. You see, you won't have any excuse, Israel. It says here. Let me go back to 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. The first verse reads, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which is to say what's going to happen before it happens. All right, it says here, which I will put in thy mouth, said Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Let's bring that out in Jeremiah 30 chapter. Let's bring it out. No, that's Jeremiah 3 and 15. I'm salaki for that. It says here, and I would give, Jeremiah 3 and 15 reads, and I would give you pastors according to my heart. You see, according to the Lord's mind. You see, we're speaking, what does say the Lord does say the Bible. So therefore, the Lord is putting these words in our mind and our hearts that we may, speak them before you. This 100% truth. It says here, and I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. We're feeding you how to fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. We're telling you. This is the knowledge, this is the wisdom and the knowledge and to get understanding of how to fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua and to learn his name and to call on his name and to forsake the name of JC, Allah, Buddha, Santa Maria. Forsake all those false idol names. You're worshiping idols, Israel. You're in these harlot houses, worshiping idols. And this is what the elect men out here, the hopefully elect men out here on the highways and the hedges to give you the warning of as well. It says here, and I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. You see, which will stabilize you. You see, and when these times come upon you, two-thirds of our people are not going to be stabilized in any way. They are going to be, confounded, ashamed, confused, you see, unaware, you see, not ready to so-called get caught with the pants down, you see, because the Lord is going to come subtle. He's going to come as a thief in the night, you see. We've been telling you this for a very long time now. But yet you continue to forbear, pull the shoulder, and do your own thing, right? Okay, we're going to see how that work out for you. It says here, because the Lord has provided the help that you need, the information that you need, Israel. The Lord has already provided that for you. He's doing it now. This is the mercy. You're going to be calling on JC for mercy, and you're not going to get any answers. Only thing you're going to get is the catastrophe. You know, you're going to be ashamed. It says here. Let me read it again. Jeremiah 3 and 15. And I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. Let me go to do Isaiah. Let's go to Isaiah real quick. 33. Let's bring that out. Since I called it, let's go there. See, this is what's going to stabilize you in the times of Jacob's trouble. You see, things are going to get so bad, Israel. It's going to get really bad. It's going to get so bad, even, a man is going to be holding his loins as a woman, as though he's having contractions. Lord willing, we'll bring that out in Jeremiah, 30 and 7. It says here. It says here, Jeremiah 33 and 6 read, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. The Lord commands us to fear him, that we may do the things that are pleasing to him. You see, the hopefully elect men out here on the highways and the hedges because they fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. See? All right, it says here, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of time. What's the beginning of? Let's get that. Let's bring that out in Proverbs. Let's get that real quick. Let me get it. See, this is what's going to stabilize us. You see, the fear of the Lord will stabilize you. If you understand how the Lord operates, you're gonna learn. You're gonna love to fear Him at the time that are coming. and you're gonna trust in him and believe him. You see, if you properly fear Yahweh Shema Shai, and if, and if you are keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, that proves that you love Yahweh Shema Shai. You see, all right. It says here. It says here in Proverbs 1:7, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. You see, it says here, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. This truth. They despise this truth that the prophets out here bringing out, telling you that this Babylon the Great is going to be destroyed. Jacob's trouble is coming. The economic system, as you know it, is going to collapse, and they're going to bring in a new world order. You see, and you're not going to be able to do anything unless you receive that mark. You see, that charagma. You know, you could plead, you could beg, you could do anything, but they're not going to. They're not going to, adhere to it. They're not going to listen to you. As a matter of fact, they probably caught you off somewhere in some type of a holding facility and torture you. You see, because you're not, you didn't hear that, you didn't fear Yahweh Shem Shai. You see, there's a price that you're going to pay Israel for not fearing Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, let's go to let's see, let's go back to Second Ezra, the 15th chapter, going to the top again, because this is important that we be out here speaking in your ears, Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, all the ones that's on this 12 tribe sign chart of Israel. You see, you are the people of Yahweh Shem Shai. He chose you. All right, let me get that in Deuteronomy. You see, we like to prove things, all things by scripture, by way of scripture. Let's go here. Let's go to Deuteronomy 7:6. Let's get that real quick. And it says here in Deuteronomy 7:6, this is for you, Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians. It says here, uh, for thou art an holy people. And how are we holy? Because we have these laws, statutes, and commandments. But our people, two-thirds of our people don't want to be holy. They want to be holy in the mindset of Esau. You see, where how this society has taught them to do as you will. You see, you have free will and things of that nature. You see, no, you see, we have guidelines to go by, Israel. We have scriptures to live by. The Lord has given us laws, statutes, and commandments, and only you, Israel. You're not like the other heathen nations. We can't be a part of that. We have to be according to how the Lord has told us that to live a life. You see, it says here, it says, "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power." You're separated. You see, all right. The Lord Yahweh, thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people, not equal, not under. You see, we're special. You see, and it says, thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people. How plain is that? How hard is that to understand, Israel? The Lord has chosen you to be above all people. So therefore, that's the reason he's given us these laws and statutes and commandments that we live by to the best of our ability in this captivity separates us from the world and all people. And only the elect men is going to receive this, you see, because we have two-thirds of our people still thinking that, everybody is equal, that they have free will, things of that nature. No, no, that's not so. You see, come out of that foolish mindset, Israel. It says here, let me read it again from the top. It says, Deuteronomy 7:6 reads, "For thou art an holy people." You see, unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people, Israel, people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Does that sound equal to you? It doesn't to me. I mean, I'm not a rocket scientist or anything. I'm not the smartest pencil in the box, so to speak. But hey, I get this. You see? And that's all that matters. You see, that's what really matters. You know, whether the Lord dealing with you or not, giving you the understanding. You see, that's what we pray for. You see, that's what, and doing this work to the best of your ability. It's not about how intelligent or how smart you are, what position you hold on in this society, how much money you have, or what kind of home you live in. None of that stuff. It matters not. It's whether or not you fearing Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. You see, that's what's important, Israel. Do you really fear him? You see, you got to ask yourself that. And you got to continue to ask yourself that. Do I really fear Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai? Or as I'm just shucking and jiving and putting on an act, you know, acting pious, so to speak. You see, a lot of actors are out here, very theatrical. You see, but you're not fooling Yahweh Ba'ashem Al Shai. You see, it says here. Let's go back to uh, Second Ezra, the 15th chapter. It says here, reading on. It says, verse 2 reads, and cause them to be written in paper, in these scriptures, in this holy Bible. You see, this word was written, you know, and we are using this word to as a banner to call, to call, the elect. You see, let me get that real quick. Let me get that. Let's go to Isaiah. Let's go to Isaiah. Let me get that real quick. It says here, Isaiah, and what is that? Isaiah, let's go. I think it's Isaiah 10. Let's go there real quick. Go to Isaiah 10. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's 13. Let's go to 13. Yeah, this is it. Lift up a banner. You see, Isaiah, Isaiah 13 and 2. It says, lift up a banner upon the mountain, upon this government. You see, this Bible, we're lifting up this Bible. This is our banner. You see, it says, lift up a banner upon the high mountain, the government. Exalt the voice unto them. Shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles, the elites. You see? It says, I have commanded my sanctified ones, the prophets. We are the ones that's out here on the highways and the hedges, lifting up the banner, the Bible, preaching this good news to the Israelites. You see? It says, I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones. That's those angels that's going to come with Yahweh Shai. You see? See, it says, my mighty ones for my anger. You see, that's when the Lord coming back to do much destruction, Israel. You see what's coming? You see what's coming? I hope you see this. I hope you get this. You see? But if you don't, oh well. You see? Let me read that again from the top. Uh, Isaiah 13 and 3 reads, I have commanded my sanctified ones. You see? The ones that he set apart to do this work as well. The elect men on this side. But the elect men are the ones that's only ones that's going to repent and turn back. You see, Lord willing, I'm of that number. And all the men out here in sincerity and truth that's teaching and fearing Yahweh Shem Al Shai, that's teaching and prophesying to the people with sincerity. You see, Lord willing. All right, we are the elect. It says here, I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones. You see, for my anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. You see? All right. I just wanted to get that little bit. You see that this banner is the Bible. This is the we're lifting up this Bible. We're teaching these prophecies. We're speaking the prophecies before the people, giving you the warning. That's what it's about right now. All right, it says here, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful into these words are faithful into. Now, one of these prophecies is going to go undone. Every one of these prophecies is going to happen, in your lifetime too. You see, and Lord willing, you know, they come quickly. You see, it says here, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. It says here, fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. You see, a lot of, we got family members. They don't believe us, you know. They thinking that they want to call us Muslims because we have a beard, and, and we wear these garbs and things of that nature. We don't go to their holy houses they call churches and such. So they think that we are Muslims or such because we're on the highways, street corners and things of that nature. You know, they know, they don't recognize that we're not wearing those suits and bow ties and things of that nature. And also too, Muslims don't even wear beards, that I see. They have a clean face. The majority of them that I see, you see, with a suit and bow tie, with with selling, pamphlets and things of that nature. You see, we don't do that. Not that, of course, I'm not, I'm affiliated with GMS because that's who I learned from, and that's who I know who has the 100% truth. You see, but starting with the elder apostles and bishops of Great Millstone, they ain't got nothing to sell you. You see, and the local churches right on down. We don't have anything to sell you. We're not here to sell anything. We have been given this word, this truth freely, and so therefore we're going to present it to you freely. You see, whether you were here or whether you forbear. It says here, but 2/3 of our people and family members they forbear. So therefore they're going to have to receive the judgment that the Lord has for them. That's all true. That's just the way it rolls, Israel. It says here, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity, their unbelief. They don't believe. You see? It says here, and tell us not to fear it. Don't let it bother you. If they don't believe it, so what? I mean, the Lord is not dealing with them. That's how we recognize it. The Lord is not dealing with the ones that's not fearing. You see? It says here, fear not the imagination against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. And they're going to speak against you. As soon as your back is turned, as soon as they're not around you, they may even say it in your face. You're brainwashed. You confused. You see? You don't know what you're talking about, mocking and scoffing and things of that nature. But yet they don't understand the Bible because the Bible is sealed to them. The Lord has not given them unsealed, unlocked have given them the eyesight to understand these scriptures. They don't have the Holy Spirit dealing with them. You see? So therefore, they're going to speak against you, you see, behind closed doors and things of that nature. You see? To one another when they, get when you are not in their presence and such. They're going to say bad things about you. So what? As they do on the comment boards with a lot of brothers' lessons. You see, they have a live lesson going on. The comment board comes up. You know, they mocking it, they scoffing. Not believing things of that nature. Why? Because Esau have no part of this, but they love Esau so much. You know, So therefore, if he can't have part of the kingdom, what good is it? See, to them. But hey, he's not going to have any part of it. None of the heathens. You see? And that's just the way it is. And I love it. You see, it reads here. Let's read it on. Let's go on. It says, 2nd Ezra 15:4 reads, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. That's very well it's going to happen. You know, let's get that Revelation 2:10. You see, let's get that. Let's get a precept. Revelation 2:10. Because all the unfaithful, the unbelievers, are going to die in their unfaithfulness. Let's get it. It says here, Revelation 2:10 reads, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. We're suffering now, as a matter of fact, you know, with these mockers and scoffers coming on us. You see, when they out here on the highways and the hedges, they ride by slandering us, calling us names and things of that nature, giving us the finger, mean mugging us, and all these things. This is a part of the suffering that we have to go through. You see, Israel. You see, this is not a walk in the park, an easy walk in the park. You see, but we have to be focused, and we have to be in the mindset of fearing Yahweh by Shem Al Shai, and not what the looks on people's faces, and the snide remarks that they throw at us and things of that nature. It says here, fear none of those things. This is Revelation 2:10. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. We don't fear. We just, you know, call on the name of Yahweh Shem Shai. And the Lord put that spirit on us, has given us the spirit, of assurance that we go through whatever we have to go through. All right. It says here, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil. Now, who do you think the devil is? You saw Edom. You see? It says, shall cast some of you into prison. You see? A lot of us are going to get incarcerated or put away for doing this work. They're coming at us. You see? They've already come at the northern tribe, 2/3 of them. You see? A lot of them. I won't say, I mean 2/3 by 2/3 as not, not doing this truth, not accepting it. That's what I mean by 2/3. I don't mean that, hey, it be what it be. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. That's going to happen as well. And it's already happening, really. It says that ye may be tried, tested, and that shall have tribulation 10 days. That's just an amount of time. But when Jacob's trouble really increased, when all this stuff is going on, when that the devil come down, uh, having a great wrath. Let me get that real quick, and I'll come back to this. Okay, let me get it real quick. Revelation 12:12, because Revelation 12:12 reads. It says here. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil shall come down unto you, having great wrath. He's already angry. He know his time is short. But knowing, okay, let me read it. Let me read it from the top again. It says here, Revelation 12:12 reads, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. He know he get his enterprise in operation. You see, and get it going. You see, he knows his time is short. They're even talking about what? Doing away with Eastern Standard Time, keeping it daylight saving time year round. You know, that's really going to mess up the health of a lot of Jakes, man. You need your rest, you see, You need a certain amount of, you know, darkness, and you need a certain amount of light. You see, Lord put these things in place for us. But yet, Esau, Edom, the devil, you see, is changing the laws and, you know, things of that nature. You see, constantly, man. You know, he's got to be put away. He can't do right. It says here. It says here, let me go back to Revelation 2 and 10. It reads, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. But be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. That's the promise that the Lord has given us. A crown of life if we continue in this, regardless of the situation, regardless of what we have to go through. Even if we have to, you know, lay our head in the guillotine or get carted off in the concentration camp and get tortured and such. I pray and I believe that the Lord is going to put a spirit on us where if we're being tortured, you won't feel it. You may see your arm get cut off or whatever, but you won't feel it. You know, the Lord going to put that spirit on us as the way we can go through it all and lay our head in that guillotine or whatever and let it roll right into the charger or the basket or wherever it's going to roll. You see? You know, we got to have faith. We got to put our faith in the Lord. The Lord said, fear none of these things. Fear none of those things which we shall suffer. Because there's going to be a lot of suffering in that time. It's going to be so bad that, you know, let me get this right here. Things are going to get so bad that even the archangel Michael is going to stand up. You see? Let's see. Let's get that real quick. Let me get it. Let me see. That's Daniel 12 and 12. Let's get this. Let's bring that up. Getting the rain again. Leave my Bible. Let's see. Let's do it. It says here, 12 and 12, it says here, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. You see? And there shall be a time of trouble, such as was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thou people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. You see, that's doing his work, that's keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, that's of the elect. You see, that's what it's about. All right, you see, and the Lord's going to even Michael's going to stand up during that time. Things are going to get so bad. It's going to be so bad. Got to get a little closer, Israel. Salaki for this. I got to get a little closer. Bring it all in together. Hey, got to be a survivor in this world. You know, got to be a survivor. Hey, can't be weak. Be strong. Be a survivor. Right? All right. Lord willing, this is covering. My stuff getting wet. But anyway, all right, even if things are going to get so bad that the Lord's going to have to raise up a standard. Let me get that. How much using my phone? Lord's going to raise up a standard. You see? Let me get it. Let's go here. Let's go to, hold on. Right here. Let's go to Isaiah 59. Let's go to Isaiah 59 and 19. That's how bad things are going to get. It's going to get so bad. That's Jacob's trouble right there. Jacob's trouble is really going to get bad, Israel. Salaki for being so close. Let's see. I'm trying to keep everything compacted together so it won't get wet. It's misty out here. It's not really raining. It says here, Isaiah 59 and 19 reads, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. Wow. It's possible that we may get spiritual power. Lord, when do we get that spiritual power? Or, or angels be covering us, put that hedge around us, protecting us. You see? Hey, man, the Lord's going to lift up a standard. Things are going to get that bad. You see? There's another scripture in there. Let's get that. Let me see. Let me go. Let me get this thing. Let me get that cross scripture. So, okay. Let's go to. So that's where we are here to give you the one. Let's go to Ezekiel. Let's go to Ezekiel. I can't work with this. I can do the best I can. Can't work with it. Yes, I can. All right. Let's go. All right. Let's go to Ezekiel. It's called, no, let's go to Jeremiah. Let's bring that out. Jacob's trouble, since I brought those two. Let's go to Jeremiah. Jeremiah, the 30th chapter. Let's talk about Jacob's trouble. Because it's really going to get bad. Let me get this right here. Let's read from the top, Jeremiah 30 and 1 read. The word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Awashai, saying, thus speaketh the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Awashai, power of Israel. It's of Israel. It tells you right there. It didn't say it was for the heathen nations, the other 17 nations. It didn't say anything about, you know, the, uh, Esau's nation or Moab nation or any of those nations. It just says Israel, you see? Israel's nation. The word of the Lord came to Jeremiah from the, okay, the word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, saying, thus speak the Lord, speak it, the Lord power of Israel, saying, write thee all the words that I have spoken unto thee in a book, the Bible. Again, there it is again. It says here, for lo, the days come, said the Lord, that I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel and Judah, saith the Lord, Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, and I will cause them to return to the land that I gave to their fathers, and they shall possess it. The both southern and northern tribe. We're going to possess our land. You're coming down from there. All right. So, let me get it. All right. Back and forth, right? All right. It says here, it says here, and these are the words that the Lord spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. Again, both southern and northern tribes. It says here, for thus saith the Lord, power, the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear and not of peace. You see, that's Jacob's trouble, man. There ain't going to be no peace during Jacob's trouble. There's only going to be fear to 2/3 of our people. But the elect, we're going to be good because the Lord is going to put that, is putting that spirit on us right now. That's why we are standing out here boldly, you know, risking our lives to preach this truth, you know, regardless of the weather, the condition of the weather, if it's within our, ability to be out here, if it's not too severe, we're going to be out here teaching this word. You see, it says here, for thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear and not of peace. You see, and it says here, ask ye now and see whether a man does travail with child. Does a man ordinarily have contractions as a woman does when she's about to deliver? Does a man have a child in his stomach as to where his water is going to break and he delivers a child? No. You see? And it says, ask ye now and see whether a man does travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loin as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. You know, all the blood has left his face because he is so frightened. You see, when you're scared, you know how those cartoons, those cartoons back in the day, when they get so frightened that they turn pale white, so to speak, because all the blood has left their face and such. And that's how the bad things are going to get during this time of Jacob's trouble. That's why we just read about Daniel, the 12th chapter, the first verse. It's going to get so bad that even Michael the archangel is going to stand up. You see, he's going to have to come to our deliverance, Israel. You see? And the Lord is going to raise up a standard as well. Give some certain man, supernatural abilities and such. Esau knows this. That's why he has his robots, his dogs, and things of that nature, getting ready to, to come against the Lord's people. You see? But the Lord is going to raise up a standard. You see? And that's what we look forward to. It says here, and it says here in 7, it reads, at last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. You see, the elect of Jacob, not all of Jacob, because 2/3 of Jacob is still asleep. You see, they still pulling the shoulder. They still, doing as they please. You see, so we got something to look forward to. Jacob's trouble is really on the horizon, Israel. You see, gotta get this truth while you can. It says here, seek the Lord while he may be found. You see, turn from your wickedness. This is the time to do that. You see? All right, let's go to let me see where I want to go. Let's see where I want to go. Right here. That's just sweet. All right. It says here, really raining now, y'all. Coming down now. I'm ready to wrap it up too. Let's go to let's go to Ezekiel 3:17. It says here, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning unto me. Holy Israel, I got to get out of this rain. Oh, longing for that. I got to get in my truck. I got to get out of the rain. It is really raining out here. All right. Can't be no fool. All right. All right. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Salakia. Hold on, hold on. I'm gonna get out of the frame, y'all. Ooh, it's coming down, too. Hold on, hold on. Whew. Hold on. One moment. One moment.
All right. Woo! Okay, I'm out of the rain. Okay. All right. Let's see you on. Hold on. Nah. Nah. All right, I'm out of the rain. Woo. It really sort of coming down out there. All right. Okay. Get myself together here. Where was I? Let's go to Ezekiel. Go to Ezekiel 3. One moment. All right. Let's go to Ezekiel 3 and 17 again. Let's read. Let me start to the top again. Ezekiel 3 and 17 reads, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. See, the Lord used his elect men to preach and teach to his people. He's not going to use a heathen. If you see an Edomite that's, in these holler houses, which there are a lot of them out there, so-called Bible thumpers and things of that nature. But nonetheless, they're false. You see? Because you got to be an Israelite. You got to be an Israelite man in order to teach this truth, this 100% truth. You can be someone who teach lies and do it for filthy lucre, and that's what they are for the majority of the thing. Slocky for that. Let me wipe my specs off. Got kind of wet. And as they are for a reason. All right, now I can see. Yeah, you got to be an Israelite man in order to do this work. You see? You see? All right, it says here, so the Lord made his elect men watchmen. You see? It says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman. And what does the watchman do? He look out. He look out for danger. Even that's why you have garrisons or forts and bases and things of that nature. Of course, they got technology out here now to do their surveillance and watching. You see, they got all kinds of technology out here that they don't literally need a person standing on a high tower anymore. You see, even at these these prisons. I noticed that those high towers up there that they have back in the day, I don't see anybody in them anymore because they don't need a watchman or to see if someone to be up there to see if any the inmates are going to escape. They got cameras now. They got a high-tech surveillance system now to do the watching. They can just sit at a daggone, you just have security sitting at a desk in a very comfortable room. You see? But the Lord said he had made, his elect men watchmen in these times. That's my point. It says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. You see? It says here, reading on, it says, therefore hear the word at my mouth. And give them warning from me. The Lord has said, prepare my people before my coming comes. In other words, give my people this warning. Let them know that I'm about to return. You see? And that's what the elect men are doing. We're watching prophecy. You see? We are, as it says right here, measuring the time. Let me get that real quick. We're measuring the time by way of these prophecies and current events. we connect these events that are happening in the news to the prophecies of the Bible. It says here, it says, Second Ezra 9:1, he said, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest we began to visit the world which he made. And we see that's happening now. We're reading, as it reads on, it's going to, confirm some things there. The times that he's visiting the world. It says here. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, don't we see earthquakes? Brothers got a earthquake app, seeing all thousands of earthquakes happening daily, man. I mean, these are the times that these are the tokens that the Lord has given his elect men as watchmen to look out for and to run out here on the highways and the hedges to prophesy to his people in the ears of the people to give them the warning. You see, it says here, therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, we are beginning to see more and more uproars of the people. We're really beginning to see, people are complaining about the gas prices, the food prices. Now, even more so, you got a divided nation now that Israel and the IDF and U.S. military are combining. That's up. People are complaining about that uproars. You see, we're seeing these prophecies come into fruition. So therefore we have to be out here. We are being watchmen to tell our people. We're still in the beginning of sorrows, yeah, of course. But nonetheless, we see things moving right along to more serious situations. You see? And it reads on, it says, 4 reads, 2nd Ezra 9:4 reads, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. You see? For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. This is the end times that we're living in. We know that we're in the end times now because of all these prophecies that are taking place. You see? It's being known. You see? And the Lord has set up his servants, the prophets, to be watchmen and to come and to bring this information to you, Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians. You see? And it reads on, 6 reads, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonders and powerful works and endings in effects and signs, these tokens, you see, that we are telling you about. It says here, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and faith, whereby ye have believed. You got to believe this. And you got to fear Yahweh Shema Shai. You see? Israel. So you got to do the works, because faith without works are dead. You see? So therefore, you can say you love the Lord all you want, but if you're not keeping any of his commandments, his laws, his statutes, You know, the Lord see you as a liar for a 2/3. You don't want that. You see, Israel, you don't want that. You want to be in the mindset or in fear of Yahweh Shem Shai, that it would keep you. Let me get that real quick. Let me get it. Let's go to Ecclesiastes. I got something right real quick. It says here. No, wait, that's not it. It says here, check this out. It says Ecclesiastes 1 and 21, it reads, the fear of the Lord driveth away sin. See, if you're not keeping the law, statutes, the commandments, you're transgressing the law. You're sinning. You see, it says, the fear of the Lord driveth away sins. Where it is present, it turneth away wrath. It turneth away the Lord's wrath upon you, Israel. So you can say you love the Lord all you want. But if you're not calling on his name, you're not keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments, you're not listening to his servants and prophets, you're not repenting, you're gonna receive the Lord's wrath. You see, that's all to it. And let me read that again, because it's the fear of the Lord that's going to compel you. You see, it's going to, you know, stop you from sin. You know, stop. You know, have you in a mindset of sifting everything that you do, that you won't be, that you won't have a worldly mind, and that you won't be an enemy of the Lord. You want to always be in repentance. You want that blood to cover you at all times, Israel. You see, it says here, it says, the fear of the Lord driveth away sin. See, it driveth away sin when you fear Yahweh Shem Shai and what he's going to do and how he's coming back. You see, the Lord's not, you know, he's not coming back with hugs and kisses. He's coming back to destroy. You see, that's what 2/3 of our people don't get. They don't get this. They don't understand that the Lord is not going to be all loving and kissing and patting you on the hand, say I forgive you and all that kind of nonsense. And you're not, you still doing your wickedness. The Lord is not that soft, feminine person you think he is. You know, it says here, the fear of the Lord driveth away sin, and where it is present, it turned away wrath. You see? All right, let's go back to 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter. We're going to wrap it up. It says here, it says, well, by grace, it's by faith, it says, let me read 7 again. 2nd Ezra 9 and 7 from the top reads, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed. That's how we're going to escape. You got to be of the elect. And that's going to be of the elect men. And the 1/3 that the Lord is going to save through the times of Jacob's trouble and, you know, and all the things, because there's going to be a burning great wrath that's going to come upon you. All right, it says here, roughly paraphrasing, of course, it says, 2nd Ezra 9 and 8 read, it says, shall be, okay, let me read 7 and 8 together. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed shall be preserved. You see, taken care of, well kept, well and everything from the said perils, the dangers that are coming upon the face of this earth, Jacob's trouble. You see, the MOTB, World War III, a lot of men are going to get drafted. It's said to be they're going to start that draft in December. Very well might be a little bit before December. The way things are going, it says, shall be preserved from the said perils and shall see my salvation in my land. You see? And wherein my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. The Lord has set us apart from the beginning. You see? His elect men are going to be taken care of when all these dangers come upon the face of the earth. So therefore the Lord has set watchmen up to tell you these things, to watch out for these perils, these prophecies coming in fruition. You see? So this is the time to turn back, Israel. Seek the Lord while he may be found. You see? Turn from your wickedness. Call on the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem our Shah. So with that, I'm going to end it right there. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. To the next time. But before I end it, I must give all honor and all praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rikah HaKodash. Next, double honors to the elder apostles and bishops of Great Millstone, from whom I've learned this 100% truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect who are scattered in the four corners of the earth. Again, Shalom. Damn, I hope I can. Let's see. Good. All right.